I'm going to get this your name right one of these days. Let's welcome Shikina as she takes the podium and give us an awesome and a wonderful program. Welcome, Miss Einstein.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
It's my pleasure to extend this cheerful welcome to you all.
Hello?
Okay. So your presence here is really remarkable to all of us, and I want to say a big thank you to everyone that took their time out of their busy schedules to come here. Today's event is about time management, and we're about to unfold different importance of managing our time and creating a balance in between our work life and our family life. So for the safety briefs, based on the fact that we're using our Zoom meeting, we don't need to use our nose masks because we are at the comfort of our homes or offices. Okay, so introduction of the I'll be introducing the wing chair, who is Mrs. Adesola Robinson. She's a drilling engineer with 18 years of practice, spanning well design and engineering, directional drilling orientation, and performance development. Mrs. Shola started her engineering career in 2002 as a well planner with COOU Nigeria Limited. She later joined the Hiliburton Nigeria in 2007 as a technical professional, concentrating on the well design and engineering. She's currently serving as a technical management, PSI Factor Limited. She chaired Women Sharing Excellence, WSE, as Story Talent and Advisory Council in 2015. Both are diversities and inclusion initiatives with Hiliburton, which promotes and supports diversity in recruitment and among the workforce. Ms. Shola is a results-oriented, articulate, and analytical leader. She is an ardent advocate for women in STEM. She's also a member of the section, presently acting as the co-chair of Venue Facilities and Hospitality Subcommittee of SPE Nigeria Council Technical Program Standing Committee. Other notable volunteer positions occupied by Ms. Shola within SPE Nigeria include co-chair of Venue Facility and Hospitality Subcommittee, that's the 2019-2020 section, chair. Short Course Committee, Technical Information Chair, section, the Port section, chair, Women Development Program Committee, co-chair, Women Development, Committee, 2014/2015. She has a Bachelor of Science degree in Civil Engineering from Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Nigeria. She's married to Mr. Sam and has 3 children. So I'll be handing over to Mrs. Shola Robinson for the welcome address.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Ma'am.
Good to have you here in this symposium this evening. Work-life balance. Just as Dorcas said, we have mostly students in our midst, so I'm sure we're going to be talking a lot about how you manage, your academic, social life, spiritual life, and all that. And you have, you're able to have a quality life, pass your exams. And of course, I believe our speakers are going to do justice also, to the topic of what happens, when you're out of school. We have a lot of women amongst us. You probably get married, you have kids, how do you juggle all this together with your work? As engineers, usually our work, usually are tedious, wherever you're working. So how do you manage all this? How do you put all this together and still succeed and, have a quality life? We've brought together quality women that I'm very sure will be able to do justice to this topic. I know we have Patience, our YP Mama. We call her YP Mama. We have Chioma. We have, good people here that I know by the end of this program this evening, everyone will be happy, to have been part of the program. So I enjoin everyone to sit back, don't go anywhere, and have a good time this evening. And of course, if the network happens to throw you out, make sure you come right back in again so that you don't miss much. Thank you so much. Let's sit back and have a good time. Thank you.
Hello, Shakina. Okay, while I try to get back hold of her, thank you so much, Madam Shola. Thank you for that wonderful address, welcome address to all of us. And before we continue, I would like to introduce some of our dignitaries and big ogas and madams at the top that's joined us during this section. We have the likes of our section chairman, Engineer Debola Bada, who is practically in almost every of our meetings, both student level, YP level, and professional level. Thank you so much, sir, for your humility and for your example of leadership. We sincerely appreciate you, sir. Sir, please, could you just greet the house and just say hi to us? Yes, sir. Okay, maybe he's having network issue. He'll greet us later. All right. We also have the likes of Sir Isaac Nwankwa. He was a one-time section chairman of this section, SP section 103. Sir Isaac, sir, please could you greet the house? Thank you for joining us. We sincerely appreciate.
My name is Isaac Nwokwa. A retiree from Shell. So presently I do drilling consultancy services. Thank you for welcoming me to the webinar. I'm here to learn as well. So let's do it together. And if there's any way I can help, I will. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. We sincerely do appreciate you saying hello to us. Thank you very much. Welcome, sir. And also welcome to every other person. So this time we're going to move to our game trivia. Simeon, please, could we have the raffle draw and get our first set of winners already?
Okay, I'll be sharing my screen now.
Yes, I can bring it back.
Please confirm if you can see my screen now.
I can see your screen.
Okay, that means I'll have to go all over again. Okay, is it up now?
Yeah, it's up.
Okay. I think we have, we have 85 participants here that register for this event. I'll go all over to load the Raffle Draw. Okay, here we go. So I will shuffle the numbers and we'll display. We don't have up to 106. So I will shuffle again. And we have 81. 81. Let's see who the lucky person is. Bassi, Deborah. Do I have Bassi, Deborah on the call?
To pick 85. All right, there, bye.
Hello? You said what?
No, don't
Please.
worry. I was going to pick 85.
Okay, we have 81. Bassi, Deborah. Bassi, Deborah. Bassi, Deborah is not here. Okay, that means we have to shuffle again. 87, we don't have up to 87. 44. 44, we have David Sunday. Do we have David Sunday?
Yeah, I'm in the house.
Okay. Lucas, we have one of our winners, David Sunday.
Congratulations, David Sunday. Please drop your phone number in the chat box.
Okay, ma'am.
So do we go on?
Yes, sir. We have to do about 5 persons. So fast.
5.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 46. 46. Okay. Esther, Ian. Esther, do we have Esther on the call? Do we have Esther? Going. Esther is not on the call.
Come on, man. If you come off
We don't have 117. 3. Martins, believe. Do we have Martin, believe? Martins, believe. Is Martin on the call?
I can't see him.
Okay. We don't have 115. 1, 2, 3. We don't have 1, 2, 3. 107. 7. Queen Moses. Queen Moses. Is Queen Moses still on the call? I know I admitted her.
Yeah, I saw her.
She left. Okay. That means this is cancelled.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
63. Yes, we have up to 63. Favor. Emobina. Favor. Do I have favor on the call? Favor. Favor. Going. We don't have favor. Okay. 130. We don't have 130. 119. We don't have up to 119. 57. Yeah, we have 57. Mary. Oleruchi. Mary. Is Mary on the call? Mary. Mary. Please answer if you are on the call. She's not here.
I can't see her.
We move. 145. 131. Number 9. SCOE. Idiom. Do we have anybody like this? SCOE. Idiom. I don't think I see any name like that. Can't see any name like that. Okay. Continue. 143. 55. 55. Okay, Sylvester Samuel. Do I have Sylvester Samuel on the call? Sylvester Samuel. I don't think so. Okay, go on. 79. Joshua Imadu. Joshua Imadu. Do you have Joshua here? Joshua. I don't think Joshua is here. Do I go on?
Okay, let's try something different since almost everybody is not on the call. All right, so the first person to type a name of one of our speakers today is a winner. The first person to type that on the chat box. A full name of our speaker, any of our speakers. Nope, wrong. Nope, wrong. Correct. OJ Okobi is one of our lucky winner. And OJ was just crying that his name or her name did not show, even though she registered yesterday. And they don't want you to win, Abby. All right, congratulations, OJ. All right. So, okay, we take that again. The first person to type the name of our section chairman was mentioned earlier. The first person to type the name of our section chairman. All right. Oh, Amaka Pauline Adebola Bada, correct. So you are a winner. Okay, we try again. The first person to type the full theme without missing any letters or any words. the theme for this program. This is our own fastest finger. Oh, wow, Chukudi, that was fast. Congratulations. Let me see. Balancing work. Correct. So, Chukudi is our winner. All right, Simeon, you can do one more raffle draw. Let's see who will be the lucky winner from the raffle draw this time around. Please, all our winners that I'm mentioning, ensure you drop your phone numbers for us. I have OJ, Okobi, David Sunday, Ukamaka Pauline, and Chukudi. Simeon, okay, you have number 9. Go ahead. Who's number? Number 9 is not on the call. Shuffle again, please. 89. I don't understand though. This thing cannot pick 85. It's well low. Thank you, OJ, for your number. Thank you, Pauline, for your number. Please, our first winner, I'm yet to receive your number, David Sunday. Chukwudi, I need your phone number, please. Not your name, your phone number, sir.
71. Who is patient? Daughter. Is Patience on the call? No. $45. Faith, Olga. Faith, do we have Faith on the call? Faith, Olga. Faith. No. $94. We don't have up to 94. 98. No. 40. We have 40. If your mark Joy. Is Joy here? Joy. Joy. Going. Joy. Okay, Joy is not here.
Try one more.
Okay. 42. 42. Oji. Ife now. Emilia. Oji. Emilia. Oji. Is she here? Okay.
Okay, let's do this. Mr. Isaac, pick a random number and the person is a winner, or a random name from the participants.
Okay, that means I have to stop sharing my screen.
Yes. Sir Isaac, sir, are you there? Okay, doesn't seem like he's there or he can hear. All right, so the first person to type the name of our wing chairperson. The first person to type the name, her full name of our wing chair. And the full meaning of wing. Full meaning of wing and the name of the wing chair. Let me make it longer. The full meaning of wing and the first and the name of our wing chair. I'm seeing only one answer. I need both. Full meaning of wing and the name of our wing chair. Somebody says Shikina is the wing chair. Chukwudi, you came prepared for this thing, no? Mrs. Sola Robinson, Women in Energy. So Chukwudi is a 2-time winner now. Congratulations. You came prepared. All right, so we'll move on to the next program for the day. Thank you everyone so much for participating. I'm sure we all had a fun time. OJ, sorry, Chukwudi was faster than you. All right, so the next on our agenda or the next on our program is the keynote lecture or keynote address from our keynote speaker. So Shekina, are you back on the call? You were having network issues before. Okay, all right. So I'm sharing my screen, so you can just go ahead and introduce her, please.
Thank you, ma'am. So, introduction of the keynote speaker. Our keynote speaker today is Mrs. Patient, who holds a bachelor degree in applied geophysics from University of Calabar. She started her career in Welltech Oilfield Services, a multinational oil service company, as a field engineer, carrying out well intervention operations covering both the African region and the United States. She currently works as a fuel production superintendent for Nigerian Petroleum Development Company, NPDC, where she oversees the production of over 30,000 barrels of oil per day. In her 6th year of Nigeria Petroleum Development Company, Mrs. Patient Abia has consistently delivered successfully on several projects, including 2 field re-entry projects and ODD, produced water management project. She is currently supervising the installation of gas lift compressors and associated piping at Joe's Creek Field. This achievement made possible by her excellent leadership, technical and supervisory skills. Mrs. Patient joined SPE as a student member in 2006, but transitioned into a full professional member in 2011. Since then, she has served the society in numerous committees and subcommittees. Currently, she is the SPE Care Chair of Section 103, and also has served as co-chair in 2016 SPE-NC YC Committee, co-chair for Women Development Program, and in many other committees, both in section and national level. While serving as a young professional YP chairman, Mrs. Patient won Best Young Professional Chapter for 3 years in a row, 2015, 2016, and 2017. Apart from being a relentless volunteer or donor for charity events, Mrs. Patient loves philanthropic activities and mentoring. She's married to her best friend and partner engineer Simon Adeba, and blessed with a child. Okay, is Mrs. Patient in the house?
Yeah.
Mrs. Patient,
Good
can you say
evening, all.
hi?
Hello.
We can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can, Mom. Continue.
Yes, we can, ma'am.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Shekina, for that wonderful introduction. Thank you, Dorcas, for this opportunity. Thank you, the Wing Chair, and thank you to all the participants that created time to be in this event this evening. Let's sit back. We are all here to learn today. Personally, when I saw this topic, I became so interested because I know I have a lot to do and also to learn. So apart from coming to talk today to us, I'm also here to learn from us as well. So the session is going to be more interactive than me having to talk to everyone because we have to share the ideas today. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so I won't really be talking about family because I think 90% of the people here are students, right?
Right, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, excellent. So I think we should be more concerned about time management, and let's leave the family part of it. Or maybe later on we'll get to understand that. So there's a song I grew up hear my father always sing, time na money. Time is that's just the definition of it. I don't have a better definition for it. Time is money. Time is everything. Time is everything you can ever imagine. So proper time management, you need to be able to plan and exercise conscious control of how you want to spend on specific activities, especially to increase effectiveness, efficiency, and productivity in whatever you want to do. Effective time management comes easier to some people than to other people. I can tell you this. There are some people that are very, very good in managing their time. This is someone like Dorcas that have all the energy. So you might want to match up with her with what she does, and then she's still having time to put into SPE activities. I'm very sure she's also very active in her church and other stuff that she is doing. So if you want to match up with that, you might not be able to. But you know what? Everybody have this in them. So it is your responsibility that you have to develop this habit to improve on your time management skill. No, maybe I can say some people was born with it, but everybody has it in them. So you have to be able to develop that habit to manage your time very, very well. Because without strong time management, your work and well-being can suffer, and it can lead to so many things. It can lead to you losing confidence of yourself. It can ruin your work-life balance. It can harm your professional reputation. It can even lead to producing poor quality work. You miss deadline, you increase your stress level, you just keep increasing it because you didn't manage your time well. You always feel like you're rushing. My first boss, a Danish guy in World Tech, Maglesho will always tell me, Patience, you know what? I said, no, sir. So he will tell you, if you're there on time, that you're late. So I grew up with that. He said, if you're there, if you're supposed to be in a meeting by 5 o'clock and then you arrive by sharp 5, you are actually late for that meeting. Because you have to get to the meeting, get your documents ready, arrange yourself. You have to go to the restroom, then you just arrange yourself and get settled. So this is the same for students. Like if you're supposed to have a 9 o'clock class, and then you know from your hostel you have to walk, it's about probably 7 to 10 minutes, and then you're leaving your house with that 7 to 10. Then we are arriving the your lectures hall by the exact time. Some lecturers will come to that class before 5 minutes to time. There are some lecturers, like a lot of you know, by sharp, if he gets into the class, you can't get into that class again. So, and when he does this, sometimes he comes in and then very few people in the class, that is the day he's giving his test. So you already missed it. When you miss it, you have missed it. So you see that if you were able to like give yourself 10 minutes ahead of time, you'll be able to catch up with everything. Because there are some things, maybe they just finish the class and then they give you a test to do. If you didn't come to that class on time, you will feel probably the answer to these questions they're asking you. they've actually said it before you arrive. So in a way, your confidence is being, your confidence, you shake confidence. You're already worried, you're already destabilized, But if you were on that class on time, you would have been able to like, okay, I was here, I heard everything that was said. I'm here for this test. I'm going to do this today. So when you manage your time well, you produce a better work, you deliver work on time, you reduce your stress, you improve your career opportunities, you boost your self-confidence, you become more efficient. You just be happy with yourself that yes, this is me. And then people, because like if I have someone that probably I call for a meeting, the first time meeting is supposed to be by 5, and then you come, because there are a lot of excuses people can take in Nigeria. Then you can come and like, oh sir, there was traffic, there was one trailer fell, my shoe caught, because we are in this environment. So we face so many challenges, and then some people tend to use this as an excuse and just keep giving themselves excuse. But I tell you, in this Nigeria, there are still people that keep to time, that manage their time, that they're always there on time. So I bet you can be one of these person, right? Because there is there's someone in section 103. I think I don't want to mention his name. I actually learned a lot from him. From when I was a student, I can picture him coming to talk to us in geology lab about when he came for LP, then I didn't really know much about SPE, but he talked about time, and then we picked something from that day. We grew up with it, we nurtured it. Even in your home, your hostel, sometimes people waste their time. Like in my room, I remember one stuff I used to write and put it on my wall, like the act of being a good guest is knowing when to leave. So when you come to my room and you see this, you sit for more than 5 10, because I'm a student, I have to read. So there are a lot of these, they call these time wasters. They come, you engage in the gist. Even the social media today is a barrier. You want to go check something on assignment, and then you see one news, they flash about Big Brother Africa. You're already you want to read what they say about it. From there, it's going to redirect you to another place. It's going to before you know what is happening, you already spent like 3 hours there. So you need to be able to eliminate these distractions. You need to be able to create a master schedule. You have to use an agenda as if you're in a meeting. You need to create an agenda for yourself. You need to set goals for each study sessions. You need to start working on assignments early so you'll be able to complete it and on time, and then have time to recheck it again. You need to make a project plan. You need to work on one thing at a time. You don't have to make your hand so full. You're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing. At the end of the day, nothing was being done. You need to study in shorter bursts. You don't have to sit like maybe for 5 good hours like people used to do before. Soak your legs in water, and then you're just reading for 5 hours. You're still reading. You need to study in shorter bursts. You need to be able to step out, come out, refresh, come back again. But for this, you need discipline. You need to actually be disciplined. So when you're trying to take the fresh air, they were like, Maka, do you hear? So then you now stop from there, from that one story to another one story, and then somebody wants to take you to take pictures. Can you help me to snap? So you just keep wasting your time. So you need to start early in the day. So some people try to wake up early to catch up with their time. Some people, it seems like the 24 hours is not enough, but you need to be able to wake up early to catch up with that early morning time. Like for me, I'm not an early morning person, but because of my work and the way I started, if I don't take my bath for the day, my day has not started. So what I do when I discover this for myself, I make sure that as soon as I wake up, whether it's 5:30, taking my bath is the first thing. Because when I do this, my day has started. And if I have to take my bath by maybe 2 p.m., that is exactly when my day has started. That's when my brain will reset. But it works, like I said, when I started talking, it works differently for different people. So you have to check for what actually works very well for you. So even with this, you're not, when we say this, you don't have to stay awake, you still have to get very good sleep for yourself. You need this sleep, at least 8 hours a day. There are still barriers to this effective time management. Because there are too many tasks on our schedule. We should admit that there are always more tasks we need to do than we think. When we admit this, you see that, from what I said before, you need to create an agenda for yourself. So the interruptions, these are barriers for you to manage your time effectively. The lack of priority, when you don't prioritize things like, okay, I'm having a test next tomorrow, so at least I need to study for at least 4 hours a day. So you need to prioritize that time. No matter what happens, you need to be able to keep that time to yourself. You need to prioritize and, okay, this is my priority. No matter what happens, I've said I will do this. This is what I want to do first. Sometimes procrastination too is one of the barriers we have to effective I will do it tomorrow. It's still exams is 23rd. Yeah, I will do it next. I will study. I will. It's the biggest enemy that we have in time management. By the time you delete this tomorrow, next tomorrow, and I will from your thoughts, and then you do it now, then you have successfully erased one of the barrier of effective time management. Sometimes fear of failure too. Some people are scared of failing, so that alone, they use a lot of time thinking about how they want to start. Lack of a strategic direction. Some people don't even have direction. Some people, they just, okay, so person wants to go for night class. Yes, me too, I want to go. You just follow. You don't have direction. There was nothing that you didn't program yourself that this evening I'm going for night class, so I have to sleep in the day. So in the night when I go, I can spend like 3-4 hours to study, and then I'll get back to the hostel. So you need to, lack of strategic direction is also a barrier to an effective time management. Some people unable to say no. You can't say no when it's necessary. You need to learn how to say no. No to your classmates, no to your colleagues. You need to be able to say that 2 letters word, no. Please, can you come? I wanted us to go, and said no. I had something I wanted to do. I'm sorry. You need to be polite about it. Like, you need to be able to say no. A lot of people, many people I know don't know how to say no, because sometimes you say no, you hurt the other person. You need to be able to say the truth most times and hurt whoever wants to hurt. You guys can always settle, at any time. Lack of organization. If you're not organized, is another barrier to effective time management. So without taking much of your time, this is just the beginning of, I believe the other panelists have 1 or 2 things to add to this. Thank you so much for your audience.
Okay, thank you so much, Mrs. Patience Abada, for an enlightening and entertaining presentation on the right way to manage our time efficiently. We really appreciate having this serious area clarified, and we owe you a special vote of thanks for being here. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you.
So we move to our next agenda, questions and answers. The first question that's being asked here is, as a student, how do we manage our time efficiently in juxtaposing business and our studies? So Mrs. Patience, please, can you answer that question? How do we manage our time efficiently in juxtaposing business and our studies?
Just a second. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
I think we should call on the panel. They should all be there to answer each of the questions. If anyone have a direct question that has to do with her keynote address, is what we should be taking now.
Okay, ma'am. So as said, does anyone have any question regarding the presentation, Mrs. Patience? just made? Is there something that is unclear to you that you would like to ask? Please go ahead and ask your questions. Drop it in the chat box and I'll read it out loud.
Or you could
No
also
questions?
raise your hand if you want to ask her directly. I don't see any hand raised. All right, so we don't have any question. We need to move fast. We've already used 1 hour of our time and we have like only 30 minutes left. Simeon, please, could you stop sharing your screen? So, thank you very much. Okay, next on our program is supposed to be the question and answer section, which we've skipped. We'll move to our panel section. We have 3 notable speakers that are going to be taking us through our panel section. So please, you can go ahead and introduce them as I display their screen. So of course, the first person is our keynote speaker, which was earlier introduced as Madam Patience Abeda, the Field Production Superintendent at NPDC. So welcome, ma'am. Shikina, please go ahead and introduce the rest of them.
Okay. We have Mrs. Choma Amawu, a well-trained petroleum engineer who has a master's degree in petroleum engineering and project development from the Institute of Petroleum Studies, Port-Harcourt, a joint award with IFP France. She also has a bachelor degree of engineering in chemical engineering from the Federal University of Technology, Owerri, Imo State. With over 20 years of experience in production, operations, project management, commercial and business performance management. Her experience spans both indigenous and international oil companies. She is currently the Gas Commercial Interface and Operations Manager of Total E&P Nigeria Limited, overseeing the gas commercial operation and tie-in projects for integration of new gas off-takers. She's also a member of the National Nigerian Society of Engineers. She's a woman of many aspects with a passion for the development of women leaders. Mrs. Choma is currently a lady of the Total Women's Initiative for Communications and Exchange, TWICE, a Total Women's Network for sensitization of gender diversity and development of women careers. She's involved in the leadership of the King's Daughter and the Women's Ministry of the King's Assembly, Port-Harcourt, with a goal to encourage women to live godly and significantly purposeful lives. A firm believer in giving back to society, she is a visionary behind the Loving Arms Foundation, providing support and care for less privileged school-age children in the society. Mrs. Amawu is happily married and is blessed with 3 teenage children. Please, is Mrs. Choma in the house? Can you just greet everyone?
Yes, I am. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Shekin. I hope I got it right.
Yes,
Thanks for having me this evening. Thank you.
you're welcome, ma'am. Okay, our next panelist, let's introduce Mr. Hillary. Wow, this is long. Obugar Eugene is an electrical technologist, electrical engineer, instructor, project manager oriented, SPE, young professional, active volunteer in different capacities for SPE, such as SPE International Mobile App Advisory Group, SPE Project Study Group, Ambassadorial Lecture Program, LinkedIn Career Advisory Officer. Sorry. He has over 6 years of cumulative working experience, currently affiliated with the University of Benin, UNICAL. He obtained his first national diploma in 2019 and later obtained a higher national diploma in the year 2011 in the field of electrical electronic engineering technology department, Federal Polytechnic Auchi in Edo State. Presently on his postgraduate program with the University of Port Harcourt, hopes to graduate later in the academic year, and in pursuit of project management professional certification, PMP. Besides this, he has recently received full tuition scholarship from Project Management Institute, PMI. He is a member of the Nigerian Institute of Professional Engineers and Sciences, and also a member of the Nigerian Association of Technologies in Engineering, a member of Project Management Institutes, membership of the Nigerian Gas Association, and of course, a proud member of Society of Petroleum Engineers, SPE. He bagged HSE in oil and gas hazards awareness, oil and gas safety management, and oil and gas safety supervision and leadership. He is married and God has blessed his family with 2 sons for now, Master Triumphant and Trinity. He is from Edo State, Iguban local government area, speaks English, Isan, and understands the main language. Please, let's introduce Mr. Hilary. Is he in the house?
Thank you so much for that appealing introduction. And thank you, our moderator. And I want to say thank you for inviting me to be a part of this women development program, and also to be a part of today's topic, time management, balancing work and family. Although we may technically not be collocated together, we are in together. So thank you for making me to be a part of this women development program. I appreciate you. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir. Good evening. Okay, so the question and answer session comes now. The first question, as a student, how do we manage our time efficiently in juxtaposing business and our studies? Please, Mrs. Patience, can you answer that question?
Okay, thank you, Shekina. Okay, like I mentioned before, is that's where prioritization comes in. You need to prioritize what is important for you at a particular moment, right? As a student, it's also what is even more important for a student is the skills, for you to develop your skills and just get ready. So if you want to get into business, you need to be able to do that extra work. So when your colleagues are sleeping, you need to be up. You need to sacrifice that time, right? You need to be able to, it falls into the time management because it can be very stressful. I won't tell you that. I won't be here to tell you that, oh, it is just very simple. It will be so because you have lectures to catch up. You need to go, like when we did the entrepreneurship for students, I think that was last year, Dorcas. I think so. Yeah, so a lot of students actually came up with, very fantastic business ideas, and a lot of them won, and then I'm still mentoring like 3 of them till today. They are doing very well. They are doing very, very well. So what this means is that those students, they are actually stressed. And I told them you need to be careful so it does not affect your academic performance, because it can be, if you want to meet up with the business and then you meet up with your academic performance as well, it's not easy. So that's where the time management comes in. You need proper time management. But what is important at this time is for you to be able to graduate with a good grade. So the business is just a side thing. It's something that if the business is that developed, that's what I told one of my mentees the other day, we'll have to employ. And one of them has gotten, I think, 3 employees. Yeah, we have to employ. So you now do the supervisory role, they come back, they send you report. So while others are sleeping, you're there trying to, read on report and strategizing to see how, you can go ahead of time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for that wonderful answer you gave us. Okay, our next question. This goes to Mrs. Sharma. In managing our time, when is the best effective time to go seeking for IT opportunities in the industry, and what are the availability opportunities? I'll take the questions again, Ms. Sharma. In managing our time, when is the best effective time to go seeking for IT opportunities in the industry, and what are the availabilities opportunities? Mrs. Sharma, please take the house.
Okay. Yes, I am. Thanks, Shekina. So if I'm to address your question in terms of IT, when is the best time? I think, first of all, your IT opportunities, you seek them through your network. A network you can build at any time. Yes, the schools will give you letters of introduction and so on, but most times you see the companies where you take those letters to, it's really built on your network, or the network of your guardian, or the network of your parents, and things like that. So there's no specific time, I would say, for me, from my point of view. I would say talk about it, build your network whenever you meet people. It could be through your SPE channels, it could be through your friends, your family, your network, basically. But then once the time is right, you can then approach any of those contacts that you have built over time, or that your family has built over time, or the friendships. And then that's the time to try to utilize them. But then, of course, it's keep in touch. When you keep in touch, when you call on those contacts at the time when you keep in touch, it would then not be, it would then not be strange when you're making that kind of request to somebody. Now, in terms of when is the right time, in terms of opportunities that are available, I would say COVID might have redefined a few things for people or for companies, but I sure do believe that some of those opportunities, of course, still exist. It may not be that they need to do them, because this IT is also part of the corporate social responsibility that companies have to do. So I don't believe that companies will do away with them completely, even if they have to at all. I doubt that. So opportunities are available depending on the courses that you're doing. Many people would want to fit into the oil and gas, but my advice, and especially the big IOCs, but most times you see that most of those IOCs don't really even have a clear, or let's say, value-driven program organized for most ITs, especially those who are not maybe in the core, in terms of core engineering practices that they use. Otherwise, it would be good to just reach out. You can even be the manufacturing, the other companies in the industry, not necessarily oil and gas. So don't limit yourself. I would say opportunities are available as much as possible, and try to contact.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am, for the answer to that question. We move to the next question. What are the current requirements of the energy industry in the employment of graduates? Mr. Hillary, please, can you address the House on that question?
Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
So please, can you repeat the question?
Okay, sir. What are the current requirements of the energy industry in the employment of graduates?
Okay. Thank you so much for this question. I think if I get you right, you are asking what are the current requirements for employment for new graduates to get employed into the oil and gas industry. So I think as a new graduate or as a fresh graduate, employer want to see you having or listing soft skills in your resume. And what are these soft skills? And these soft skills, they are the skills that you need to possess to show that you are employable. For instance, like communication skill, you have to show to your employer that, yes, you have communication skill. You can read and write a report, reply an email, make a presentation, just like what we are doing. You can communicate with your colleagues or your fellow staff in the office. So employer want to see you possessing that skill. And another skill that the employer will also want to see in you is you having leadership skills. For instance, how do you ensure that this leadership skill, you have it in your resume? It's far from as you are in your first level degree. You seek for opportunities to occupy leadership position. For instance, when there's opportunity for you to become a class rep, you can take up such opportunity. You can take up opportunity of becoming a course representative. SUG, when SUG selection is coming up, you can pick up such opportunity. Then you can also volunteer in different positions. Then in another way around, you can also develop or show your employer that you have this soft skill. Is, for instance, if you are somebody who goes to church, you can try to pick up a leadership position. For example, you have maybe choir master, you can pick up choir mistress, you can become a music leader or your youth leader. So all these are little ways that you can actually build up your leadership skill, because the employer will not want to see that you have graduated, you have not occupied any leadership position. So doing all these little assigning yourself or making yourself available, occupying this little position will enable you to build leadership skill. Then another skill that the employer want to also see from you is a computer skills like Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint. So these are little soft skills that you can possess. And do you also, or can you work in a team? So how do you develop key teamwork skills? As I earlier said, when you are in your final year, you are being assigned a project. So how do you lead your project team? How were you able to communicate between your project team and your supervisor? So when it comes for presentation or problem solving, how do you solve your problem? If there is a conflict between team leaders, how do you ensure that you come in. So all these are ways you can actually develop your soft skills. Then once you now begin to develop all these soft skills, then in your resume, you can highlight them that you have all these soft skills. Then you show area where you have used these soft skills in interacting or in working, just like I've earlier explained, for example, in your school. So they believe that you have gone through first degree, so you should be able to highlight that you have used a leadership skill, you have used communication skill, you have worked in a team, you have solved problems. Then another aspect that you should also work on as a fresh graduate is for you to seek opportunities to develop your hard skills. What are those hard skills? Hard skills are, for instance, data analytics, data engineering, data scientists. Because all these skills are the most selling skills this era of COVID, because company wants IT experts to help them to gather data that will enable them to make informed decisions. So once you have your soft skill will enable you to now build your hard skill. So as a fresh graduate, I will advise you that the first thing that employer want to see in you is for you to demonstrate to them that you have this soft skill, because this soft skill, everybody needs it, no matter your level of your educational attainment or your achievement. It's what we need to communicate with each other. So without having soft skill, I think working effectively, managing time, it becomes a problem, because employer will want to employ somebody that will be able to manage projects that are time sensitive. So they will rely on people who can actually come up with good skills, soft skills. So that's my submission for now. I'm sure I've answered your question. Thank you.
Yes, you have, sir. Thank you very much. Very cool. Okay, we move to the next question. What are some training or skills one can acquire to help him or herself to be efficient and effective at times? I'll take the question again. What are some training or skills one can acquire to help him or her to be effective and efficient at times? Mrs.
So who
Patience,
has
please
this
take the
question?
house.
Okay.
Hello, is the question directed to me?
No, sir. Mrs.
Okay.
Patience. Mrs. Patience, are you there?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm here.
Guys,
Okay, number four, right?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Training or skills one can acquire to help him or her to be efficient and effective at time. Yeah, like the last speaker said, you need the soft skills to be, you need the soft skills. You need, to me, no knowledge is wasted, right? So when you're a student, people come to give talks on seminars that are free. If you have the time, please avail yourself and participate. If they give certificates, go for it. But soft skill, just like the last speaker said, it's very, very important, because no employer wants to get someone that will be like a liability to a company. Everybody wants that person that, oh, I am an engineer, then they give you, there's maybe a software for you to use to power up an equipment, and then it has issues. You need to be able to delete the software, uninstall, or you just have to be able to do stuff. So it's not about I am a petroleum engineer, or I'm in geology, I'm a geophysicist, I'm this. You need to get those soft skills ready as much as you can. No knowledge is wasted at all. But some people also, I need to be clear on this, because I see some fresh graduates, they finished and then they are stressing themselves to go for training that, to me, probably I would say it's unnecessary, because most of these companies that wants to actually employ you, once you are employed, you will be sent for most of this training. But so some graduates that don't even have money, you see them struggling, that someone wants them to, fine, I know everybody will expect me to say, okay, HSC, yes, HSC is good, you have to, if you can afford it, please, by all means, go for it. But there are sometimes they come and that they want me, there's one training in maritime. A lot of people call me for assistance. But sometimes I'm like, what training? So they explain, I just like, it is not necessary. So, but if you're a student and then people are coming, a lot of organizations come to train students for 2-3 days seminars that are free. Please go ahead, get it. If they have to give you certificate, go for it and get it as well. Develop yourself as much as you can. Don't limit yourself to anything. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for answering that question. We move to the next question. Please, due to time, each question will take 1 minute maximally. So the next question is, what are some time management software one can use to help them manage time and strike a balance? I take it again. What are some time management software one can use to help them manage time and strike a balance? Mrs. Choma, please can you answer that question?
Okay, time management app. Like Patience said at the beginning, time management for me, it's not about an app. I think it's just about a habit. And it's something that one needs to train themselves to do. And you learn it with time. When you say time management, time is finite. The activities you have to do, they are so infinite. But there's only 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, 2 weeks in a year. So as you get up every day, you know what you want to do, you plan, your mind, and so on. So for me, that is really where the art of time management is, to be able to get yourself to the point, to the place of focus, where you focus, you get your mind, your body and soul aligned in that place where you want to go, what do you want to do for today, what do I want to achieve? Then you identify what we call the mudas, the time wasters, and I'm going to make sure that they don't derail me today in what I want to do. But then when it doesn't mean there are no apps. So when you talk about apps, if you go to your phone, you will see so many apps. Even your calendar is something you can use. It's an organizer. So the app you're looking for is an organizer where I can plan my day, schedule my day, and then be able to track my activities or be able to track my targets. You can have Microsoft To Do, there are daily planners that you see on your phone. So if you go to your app and put time management, it will list, I'm sure it will list at least 10 apps for you. Then you begin to choose, which of them is it that I'm able to use? Am I going to be conversant with to be able to continue in terms of using it? So the key thing is you can download that app, like so many other apps all of us have on our phones, but then do you now have the discipline to still do what it is that you're supposed to do with the app? Even to fill it in also needs you to be disciplined to be able to use that app for it to generate the kind of results you want. So time management apps exist. If you check on your phone, you see a million and one of them. The important thing is you being able to be disciplined to do what it takes.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much for answering that question. The next question. To you, what would you say this person is an effective and efficient person because he or she manages time? I'll take it again. To you, I'll be throwing this question to Mr. Hilary. What would you say that this person is an effective and efficient person because he or she manages time? Mr. Hilary, please can you answer that question?
Okay, thank you so much. I think for you to become very effective and efficient in managing time, or to be classified as an effective, and efficient. I think it means that you procrastinate less. So if you are somebody who does not procrastinate, it means that you can effectively and efficiently manage your time. Then if you have free time for yourself, for your family, because reaching out to your friends, family is an important part of the business. So when you have such time in doing that, you can effectively and efficiently manage your time. Then when you have less stress, for instance, if you have less stress, then you can as well be classified as someone who manage time effectively. Then when you have less risk, your daily task is not as risk, then you prioritize your daily activity. You put them in a backlog. You know what to do. You plan well. You achieve your daily goal, your daily task. And at the end of the day, you are happy, you are excited. And people around you will just understand that, yes, you are happy. I think that is an example of somebody who can effectively and efficiently manage time. So when you see that you are achieving a significant milestone, you are obtaining better results, you are just be heady, you have a sound mental health, and then you are managing time. Then you have time to meditate. You have a make time for yourself. What is me time? Me time is an extra time that nobody disturbs you. At that point in time, you are just on your own. You have time to meditate. You relax. You just think. You reason. I think when you begin to have this time for yourself, it means that you actually manage time effectively. So I think that is what I have to say concerning being effective and efficient in managing time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, we have one more question left, and I would really love to give this to Mrs. Choma. Is multitasking a time management skill, and can one strike a balance doing that? Mrs. Choma, can you answer that?
Multitasking, time management skill. I would say I can look at it from two angles. Ideally, to be an effective time manager, I would say focus on one task, get it done. Because you know the 80-20 rule that says the 20% of your hard work really produces 80% of your results. So really, when you have the energy and you want to put in into the many things you want to do, you want to prioritize and focus. Now, when you prioritize, you're prioritizing based on the task with the highest impact, which would give me my highest impact, which is more important. So I channel the 20% of my energy in the order of priority or the order of importance. So would I multitask? Women, we can't help, we do that. But then please, I would say, check the impact before you now decide the things you can multitask. If it's one of those things on your very impactful and priority list, please don't multitask with it, because mistakes or errors in those kind of tasks could have higher consequences for you, for your job, for your career. So you may not want to do that. But there are things you can always multitask with. I mean, we do this all the time. You can be on the phone and you're cooking. That's multitasking. You can be answering an email maybe, or chatting with a friend and you're doing something else. So yes, that's multitasking. But then please, the impact of the task you want to put together in terms of multitask before you want to do that. Ideally, high impact, please focus one task at a time. Be my contribution to the question.
Okay, ma'am, thank you very much. I want to thank our panelists and keynote speaker for answering all our questions and gracing us with your presence. So basically everything they've talked about is time management. And with all the questions that have been answered, I've realized that there's a sequence at which you can manage your time. Firstly, you attend to tasks that are perceived to be urgent and important. Then tasks that are important but not urgent. Then tasks that are unimportant but urgent. And tasks that are unimportant but not urgent. That's the sequence. So make sure you set your priorities right, create an environment conducive for efficientness, and implement your goals. So I'll be opening the floor to more questions and contributions. Does anyone have a question, or does anyone want to contribute to this theme, time management?
Please, can I make a contribution?
Hello, we can hear you.
Okay. My name is Einstein Abasi, and I want to join this. Good evening. My contribution, I think it will be great. We have a natural time, which is 24 hours of everything. But I also believe that we humans should be able to have an internal clock, an internal mechanism for timing ourselves. The best time is the willpower that you allot yourself to the times and the things you want to do in a day. There's somebody said here that the ability for you to take your own priorities and then work on it is better than any time management app. So we should try to set up an internal clock. In one day, what must, not will you do, what must. Like sometimes in my house, I don't sleep till sometimes 3, 4. Why? Because some other things came up in the day and I couldn't do what I wanted to do. But I must finish it before I sleep. You see, I punish myself, try to go that extra mile to meet up with what my internal clock was arranged to do for me. So what I'm just trying to say is to try and use our own internal clocking mechanism to pursue our time management. I really appreciate it, and I thank the organizers for giving us the opportunity. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much for contributing to this theme. We are all grateful for that. Please, does anyone else have a question or contribution so we can move to the next agenda on the list?
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Please be brief.
Okay, my name is Dr. Jimmy again, the student coordinator for WIN, Women in Energy. I have a few contributions. Okay, and the first person that just spoke, Einstein, I saw Madam Choma's question. He wasn't asking a question, actually. He was trying to make a contribution that, yes, there's 24 hours in time, but every one of us can do well to have an internal time for ourselves, like our own internal clock or something. It will help us to be much more effective. Considering the a few softwares or time efficient softwares or tools or skills that you can use either as a professional. Okay, let me start from a student level. From a student level, like Madam Choma said, your calendar. That is the best time management software you can have for yourself. It amazes me sometimes. I see students, I even stopped by my students' hostel. One time, one was not feeling fine, so I had to stop by and greet. I'm that much a simple of a lecturer. I can actually go to the hostel of my student and check on them. So I was just looking the whole room, like I was looking for a clock and a calendar, and it wasn't there. I know, yes, we have these things on our phones, but I don't think on your phone you can easily write these dates and that or cancel and so and so. So I think as much as you have a soft copy of your calendar, as much as we're moving into the internet space and soft tools, I think the hard tools too can still be very, very useful. My calendar, there's no way somebody can reuse my calendar by the end of the day or the year, because I will cancel, I will rewrite, In fact, I have one straight directly in front of me in the office. So I write all the SP activities I have, all the programs I have. Once I've achieved them, I cross it out. The ones I didn't achieve, I leave it and know that I need to move it. So your calendar is one of the best time management software tool you can have. Another one, of course, is your wristwatch. Like I said, it amazes me how people can buy expensive shoes, expensive clothes, and you don't have a wristwatch. Again, we say we can put it on our phone, but what if your phone is switched off? I mean, I can't go through my day without having to check my time, check if I say this thing is going to be this seconds, I have to be sure it is that seconds. I don't think your phone will be able to be showing you per second, no. So you should, every single one of us should try our best to afford a wristwatch that works, not a wristwatch for fashion, that works, and we put it on our hands and we make sure we make use of it. So that's another time management tool. Outside that, if you want to go to the technical world or the professional world, learning Python is a very good time management skill, because the time you will use to type equations on your calculator or solving a problem, if you can write it in a program, it is automatically there for you. What you just do is tell that program what you need. And we're talking about sometimes data that is as big as huge memory space of megabytes and gigabytes. Your Python software will be able to give you the straightforward or final answer by the end of the day. Something you could have used pen and paper and be scribbling and scratching and canceling. So learning some of these softwares like Python, like your ISIS. I know ISIS is very useful to the chemical engineer for flow assurance and all that. Excel. But like Madam Chen said, don't go around spending money learning softwares that you're not using immediately, because what she's saying is the truth. If you get employed in a company, definitely you'll be sent for all this training. Even when you say you know these things, they will still send you, because there's a certain way they probably want the company. There's a certain way the company does its own, okay? But that doesn't mean you should just relax and not know nothing. At least you should know Excel. Everybody, or every engineer, every professional should know how to use Excel. If you don't know how to use Excel and somebody does, even with your 2-1, a third class can get the job instead of you. So at least simple softwares or simple tools that are on your laptop, like your Microsoft Word, your Excel, those ones you should know and you should learn. But don't go and spend hundreds and millions of thousands to go and learn. Some of us go to learn Petran and all that, except you actually have a reason, a project for it. I know ISIS, not because I just enjoy to want to know it. No, I had to learn ISIS because I had a project at hand that needed it. Okay, so those are times you can now go into training to learn some things. Outside that, I think the basic software that you can learn is very, very important. Also, other softwares that you can use to help you to be time efficient are some project management software. You can just take it upon yourself to learn one or two of them, because project management softwares, the whole essence of it is to make sure the project is on time, is achievable, it is achieved the way it is supposed to be achieved. So if you know how this softwares operate or how they work, it will also build your mindset on how to manage your time even as a student, okay? And like they said, don't waste your time doing things that are not necessary. Try to avoid distractions. They will always be there, but try to avoid them. Always have that a pat on the back that tells you, hey, come back, come back, come back. You're not going the right direction. You're not doing the right thing. All right, so thank you.
Yeah, Dorcas, I just wanted to add something. I hope you still have just a few minutes.
Yes, ma'am. Please go on.
Can I go on? Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what I wanted to add to all that has been said this evening, quite correct, all of them. But what I wanted to add is just to say, it's important to start your day right. And start your day right, for me, I would say, anchor your mind, anchor your soul. everybody believes in something. I think it's always a good way to start your day. Start with a prayer, have a quiet, silent moment where you can download from your inner mind and be able to download what you want to do for the day. Get your priorities right. And then from that moment, once your priorities are right, you write down your plan for the day. Because then you've prioritized and you get it right. Write your plan for the day and then see how you can plan, how you can follow that plan. The other thing I want to talk about is also to say your health. You are the key person in all of this. Whether it's a software or anything we're doing, the individual is the key person.
Hello, Mrs. Choma.
Oopsie. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know I've been talking. I didn't know I was on mute. I'm sorry. I was saying it's important to start your day right. I don't know if you heard that part.
Yes, we did.
Okay. So what part did you not hear me? When I was talking about your health?
Yes, exactly that point.
Oh, okay. So I was saying the key person in the middle of all that we're talking about is the individual, which is the you. So it's important to pay attention to your health and pay attention to your body, listen to it and see what signs it's giving you. Something as simple as sleep. When you don't sleep well, your day can be off completely. And regardless of what you do, that day you're continuously going to be trying to catch yourself. Either you begin to eat a lot or eat the wrong things just because you're trying to see if you can get some energy. And
your mic is muted again, ma'am.
Oh, okay. It's muting automatically. I'm sorry. So to this, I'll also add exercise. It's important to exercise. Exercise helps you declutter your mind and to distress, and it keeps your body fit. When your body's fit, your mind is fit, then you can have a control of all of that you're talking about. Trying to manage all that is going on with you, that's going on with you in the day. So your health is important. Exercise, find time to exercise, declutter your mind, and then have your body pumping and working in the right place, and then it can give you the kind of, it can be in a position to give you the kind of energy you need to manage that day, including your time as well. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. We are grateful for that contribution and to everyone else who also contributed. Thank you. So due to time, we won't be taking any more questions and contributions. So we'll move to the next agenda on the list. Icebreaker Raffle Draw. Mr. Simon or Simeon? Are you there? Mr. Simeon? Okay, if he is unavailable, we'll go to the next on our agenda, membership drive. And this is to be taken by SPE as 103 membership team officer. Please is SPE as 103 membership team officer in the house. Okay. If that person isn't around, we go to the closing remarks. Mr. Caleb Bassi, SPE UNICAL President, are you in the house, please?
Hello, are you talking to me? Are you calling me Juliet?
Mr. Caleb Bassi. Please unmute your mic.
Everyone, on behalf of the Society of Petroleum Engineers, University of Calabar chapter, I want to thank us all for being a part of this meeting. I want to say a very big thank you to our keynote speaker, Patience Abeda. I also want to say thank you to Ms. Chama, our panelists, SPE professional, and also our panelists. I just want to say thank you to Shekina Einstein. Thank you very much, Senior's UNICAL chapter. I want to also thank each and every one of us for partaking in this program. I also want to thank the WIN chairperson, Ms. Sola Robinson, for anchoring this program. And I won't forget to also say a very big thank you to our Port Harcourt session youth or young professional coach, Ms. Dorcas Etim Jimmy. She has done very, very well. And on behalf of everybody, I want to say a very big thank you to each and every one of us. May God bless us richly, and may He keep us abundantly. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you very much for the closing remark, Mr. Darcy, Caleb. We move to the next agenda. Vote of thanks. If Mr. Simeon is in the house, can he indicate before we move to the next agenda? Okay, so vote of thanks by SPE COOU President Mrs. or Miss and Lucy. Please, are you in the house? Miss Lucy? Please unmute your mic if you're in the house, please.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Simeon. Are we still doing the game trivia?
Yes, sir, we are. While we wait for Mrs. Lucy.
Okay.
Okay, so please share your screen and begin the raffle draw, please. Okay.
Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay. So let's go over again. Okay, I shuffle the numbers. And we have 125. Let me see if we have up to 125. Okay, our last number here is 101. 101. Don't have up to that. Okay, we'll shuffle again. 124, we don't have that. We have 89. 89. Okay, let's check who is the lucky winner. 89. Adesola Robinson. I think it's one of our
wing chair.
So
no, please give it to someone else. Please take another draw and give it to someone else, please.
Okay, ma. Okay, ma.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, take another draw. I shuffle the number. And we have 148. We don't have up to 148. 137. We don't have up to 137. 35. We have 35. 35 here is Samunokuro Benedict. Do you have Benedict on the call? Benedict, are you on the call? Benedict, going? No. Okay, we'll take another one again. 105. We don't have up to 105. 148, no. 37. 37, Ibrahim. Suliyat. Ibrahim. Do you have Ibrahim on the call?
Yes.
Ibrahim.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Ibrahim, please drop your number on the chat box. Your number and the network.
Okay. Phone number.
Your phone number and the
your
network.
mobile network.
Okay. Okay. Let me. Do I have to do that again?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello, is that?
Please unmute your mic if we've attended to you, please.
Okay, so for the number. We have 81. 81. Basi, Deborah. Basi, Deborah. Do we have Basi, Deborah on the call? Basi, Deborah. Please unmute it. We don't have, okay. I have to shuffle again. We have 16. Something. Sorry. Something. Something. Do you have something?
No.
Okay.
Mr. Senior, my name is not there.
We have 150. Your name is not there?
Yeah.
How do you know your name is not here? Okay, let me check.
I think he just passed his name.
I just passed his name.
Yeah,
because he has not won. That's why he's saying his name is not here. So that means his name is there, but he has not won. Okay.
My name is not there too.
102. 102.
101 if I'm correct.
Okay, the number ends at 101.
Okay, Mr. Simeon, we'll take 2 more rounds for the raffle draw. If the people aren't around, then I'm gonna drop a random question, and the first person to answer gets the raffle draw. Please unmute your call and your video, please. Mute it, thank you very much. Take out your video if you can. Mute your call, thank you. Okay, so Mr. Simeon, please 2 more rounds. If the people aren't around, then we'll move to the next time.
Okay, we have 3. Martins, I think we've called this number before. Martin.
Please, is Martin's belief in the house?
I don't think so.
Okay, one
we
more
have
person.
87. Okay, let's check who the lucky person is. Juwon Adebi. Juwon. Do I have Juwon on the call?
Juwon Adebi. Please, who is Juwon Adebi? Is the person in the house?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so in order not to waste our time, and I believe everyone has something important to do, and we've used 2 hours already. So I will drop a question, and the first person to answer gets the prize. So please, who is our female panelist for today? What is the name of our female panelist for today? Please write it in full. First person to write the name in full. Is Miss Dorcas in the house?
Miss Dorcas Etim Jimmy.
She's not on the call.
Oh, okay. So I'll continue then. Please, can someone has given an attempt? Can someone give me a correct? Okay. Who is Madabuchi Ogu? Madabuchi Ogu, please indicate.
I'm here. Madam Ogu is here. Good evening,
Please
everybody.
drop your word. Good evening. Please drop your phone number and the network you're using. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Who is your moderator for today? First person to answer correctly and spells it well. Okay, Mr. Einstein, Abasiati, please drop your phone number.
Hello,
and the
Kalas.
network you're using.
Hello, Kalas. I have a question.
If you have an answer, you type it down as fast as finger, sir. And someone has already answered that. So if you can answer the next question on time, you get the raffle draw prize. So, okay, Mr. Einstein said we should give it to another person. So the next person that got the name correctly is Opeyemi Aking Riden. I don't know how to pronounce that. Please, can you say something so I know you're here? This was Opeyemi. Okay, please, Miss Opeyemi.
Okay, I'm here. Thank you very much.
Okay, Mr. Opeyemi. Drop your network, please. Don't forget to drop the network you're using.
Okay, I'll drop it.
Yes, thank you very much. Miss Dorcas is not in the house right now. Okay, so I think I'll be taking one more last question and we'll be done for the raffle draw session. What's the name of our male panelist, please? The name of the male panelist. Thank you. Drop the name, first person to answer. Mr. Hillary who? Miss. Okay, this person seems to be on fire. Okay, so Mr. Simeon, are you in the house?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, so how many people do we need for this raffle draw session, please?
Actually, I think we have up to four now.
And how many in total is required, please, so I can know what to do?
Let's take that number for now because of time.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so everyone, if you're here and you haven't dropped your name and your email, please write your name in accordance to how you want it to be written on your certificate for participation of this program. Is UNICAL program chair in the house, please?
Sorry, I didn't get the last information. What did you say?
Yeah. I said the last information. Everyone should please drop their names in accordance to how you want it to be written on your certificate for participation of this program. Drop your name and your email address in which the certificate will be sent to. Some people have done that already, so please. Okay, so I'd like to acknowledge the Students Affairs Chairman, please. Is he in the house? Students Affairs Chairman, Mr. Israel Kennedy. Is Mr. Israel in the house, please? Okay, since it's not so, UNICAL's program chair is not in the house.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah.
Okay, UNICAL's program chair. Please, is UNICAL's program chair in the house, please? Introduce yourself.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. I'm in the house.
Okay, please introduce yourself, please. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Richard Chamaka. I'm the program chair for University of Calabar chapter. Thank you.
Okay, so you'll be taking the closing prayers so that we'll be able to wrap up for today. Thank you. You have less than a minute to round that up.
Okay, ma'am. All right, everyone. Let's name. Our Father, we want to thank you for today. We want to thank you for the privilege to gather together. We know that a lot of people sought for this privilege, but they do not have such. So, Lord, we don't take it for granted. Our Father, we see your name be highly exalted in Lord. We pray that we will feel fulfilled, Lord. All our agendas for today, all the time, or other ones, Lord. Father, in one way or the other, you make it up to us. In Jesus' name we've prayed.
Amen.
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 Okay, so please.
Amen. Thank you, everyone.
Can everyone, I hope you all look good. We'll have to take a photograph of today's meeting. Can you turn on your camera so I could take a photograph, please? Everyone, please turn on your cameras so I could take a photograph.
Me that man.
Mrs. Station looking good. Mr. David Sunday, thanks for coming. Mrs. Benjamin,
Okay.
thanks for coming.
Thank you very much. I'm very grateful that I'm part of today's program. I actually got value. Thank you very much. I appreciate.
Thank you
Mr.
all. Have a great
Deborah
evening.
Praga, thank you for coming. Present. Mr. Godwill. Oh, Donwood. Okay, Mr. Jonathan Igor, Mr. Caleb Dassey, Dr. Einstein, Opayemi, Mr. Caleb Dassey. What else? So, I guess that is everyone that okay. So I'm your moderator for today. Oh, have a wonderful week ahead, and God bless you. We're done for today's session. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
If you haven't dropped your email address and your name for the certificate, please, you have a limited time to do that because we're about to leave the meeting. Please do that immediately. Thank you. Thank you everyone for coming so you can leave the meeting. Thank you. We hope to see you for our next meetings. Thank you very much. Have a nice day and a week ahead. Bye.
Okay. Thank you very much too. Good night.
Good night.
Miss
Let me check. Because since that's